Welcome to English literature class, my dear students of class 12th. The last chapter, The Sound Machine by Roald Dahl is being taught now. So you please listen it carefully, watch the video very attentively, and when I will read the text tomorrow, then try to understand what the story is about, the sound machine. The story is about an amateur scientist. Amateur means non-professional, who is not fully skilled in any profession, someone who is unqualified or insufficiently skillful. Non-professional, who is unqualified or insufficiently skillful person. So the story is about an amateur scientist who is obsessed. Obsessed means fixed on a single topic or emotion. He was every time obsessed. Scientist who is obsessed with the idea that there are sounds that are so low pitched or so high pitched that human ear can't hear them. Human ear. That there are sounds that are so low pitched or so high pitched that human ear can't hear them. He is so fascinated with acoustics. Acoustics means a science of sound. Acoustics. ACOUSISTS. Acoustics means a science of sound. He is so fascinated with acoustics that he is yearning, he is wishing to test his theory, whether it is wrong or right. That he is yearning, wishful to test his theory, for which he has contrived, self-generated. He has contrived, self-generated, a machine with which he wants to prove that the high frequency sound vibrations are audible to human ear. Klausner is protagonist of this story. Klausner is a strange scientist who is experimenting on sound vibrations to study how the plants feel pain when they are cut. With his small machine, he studies the vibrations of the plants as he first asks the neighbor, Mrs. Saunders, to snip the stem of a plant. Snip means to cut with short, sharp actions. Snip the stem of a plant. Later, he himself finds the pain and vibrations as he strikes an axe on a tree. He is so sure of his experiments that he impresses upon his neighbor and then his family physician, Dr. Scott, to believe in his theory that plants feel pain when they are cut or injured. but no one is interested in his strange theories. This was about the story. Now, try to understand the summary of this chapter. On a warm summer evening, first of all, you must know that this story is told in the third person by the author. It is told in the third person by the author. On a warm summer evening, Klausner walked into the garden at the back of his house and locked himself into the shade of an unpainted room. On a long wooden bench stood a black box about 3 feet long, the shape of a child's coffin. There was in it a littering of wires and batteries and small tools. He began tugging means pulling gently at them in order to test its functioning. His fingers moved swiftly and deftly inside the box. Deftly means skillfully. There was an air of urgency about the way he worked. He was extremely excited and breathless. His concentration was intense, excessive. Klausner was fully concentrated on his machine when his friend and physician Dr. Scott arrived to check on his health, as his throat was bad. The doctor felt the tension in the room. He inquired about Klausner's health, to which the latter said that he was fine. The doctor, on looking at Klausner working on a strange machine, asked Klausner what it was for. Klausner replied that he was working on his idea of sound and the machine would help him, as he said, "I like sound." As Dr. Scott showed curiosity, Klausner explained that he had built the device to test his theory about sound. It was that the human ear can't hear everything. There are sounds that are so low pitched or so high pitched that human ear can't hear them. We can't hear any note having 15,000 vibrations a second. Still, there are vibrations higher and higher going to infinity, endlessness. The same is true about music. If our ears are tuned to listening to so high pitched sound in the inaudible regions, they will go mad. Such crazy ideas were troubling the mind of Klausner, but the doctor thought that such things were not probable. Klausner told the doctor that he had made a simple instrument to prove the existence of many odd, inaudible sounds. His machine was designed to pick up sound vibrations that are too high pitched for reception for the human ear, and to convert them to a scale of audible tones. By tuning on his machine as if on a radio, he would be able to listen to sounds which an average ear can't listen. The doctor left Klausner, wishing him good luck with his machine. Klausner then carried his device into the garden. He was excited and nervous, not very confident whether the machine might work or not. He was also afraid of what might happen if it did. His right hand was beginning to turn the knob. He put on the earphones. All that he could hear was a faint. He had the feeling that his ears were stretching far into a dangerous ultrasonic region. The little needle of the machine kept moving across the dial when he heard a sudden frightful, piercing shriek. Klausner connected his machine to Mrs. Saunders, her neighbor, who was cutting yellow roses across the lawn in her garden. He asked her to cut another rose stem with her clippers. Surprised at Klausner's request, she did what Klausner had asked for, taking him to be a peculiar but harmless person. Mrs. Saunders knew that Klausner is a good man. Once again, Klausner heard a frightful, throatless shriek in his earphone. He at once interpreted that the plant life screamed when cut. He wished Mrs. Saunders to know that a rose bush feels pain when its stem is cut. Mrs. Saunders did not believe in Klausner's ideas. The next morning, Klausner, wishing to experiment, got an axe, carried it across the road into the park, and swung it into the base of the beech tree. In his earphones, he heard a harsh, noteless, low-pitched screaming sound. It appeared to be the wall of the tree. It appeared to be the wailing, crying, weeping, wailing of the tree. He found that the axe had sunk into the wood flesh of the tree. There appeared a gash in it. He regretted his act and felt sorry to the tree. At once Klausner called the doctor. Although it was early 6:30 a.m., he wanted to show the result of his experiment on machine. When the doctor came, he found Klausner greatly excited. Klausner wanted the doctor to hear with the help of the earphones what he could hear when the axe was swung on the tree. The doctor was asked to put on the earphones as Klausner once again struck the axe on the tree. The doctor could hear just humming sound and nothing else. But then the ground shook a bit and large branch came cascading down, smashing the machines into pieces. The machine was fully smashed as a large branch fell on it. It was a miraculous escape from them both. Klausner all the time insisted upon the doctor to tell him what he heard as the axe was struck. But the doctor said that he was more concerned with his safety than with hearing anything. Klausner felt deeply hurt at the gash made by the axe on the wood flesh. He asked the doctor to stitch up the gash, but the doctor said that it could not be done. Then Klausner requested him to put iodine on the wound. The doctor did as he was directed. After putting the iodine on it, the doctor left, promising that he would come again the next day to look to the tree again. So saying, they left the garden and moved back to his house. That was the end of the story. The chapter will be explained tomorrow. You please tomorrow take your book and sit and study it properly. Thank you so much, students.